a quick introduction so you guys know who I am. I'm Amanda Villarreal and we live in Zealand. We have 5 kids and I have been in the health and wellness industry for over 20 years, personal trainer, nutritionist, group fitness instructor, a little bit of everything. Definitely passionate about health and wellness and trying to do things in a way that we can actually create and make a bigger impact and really focusing on a mission to help others. So that is actually what led me to Shackley many years ago, actually looking for some health options for improving my own personal health. And that is actually what led me to Shackley. And I want to highlight that here really quickly because as we start to talk about collagen here, and that's our main focus tonight, I do want to highlight though, what is the big difference between what you're going to see with this collagen and many others in the marketplace? Number one, the biggest thing I want to highlight is the fact that there are actually clinical studies on every single Shackley product, over 100 years of history, and the products are always focused on doing what their claims are saying that they're going to be doing. And when we look at studies, we oftentimes have to be very careful because a lot of times those studies are skewed. They're not third party. They are paid for by a company specifically to them. And we can know without a doubt that if Shackley comes out with something, generally we are the first to come out with products you see in the health and wellness place today, whether it's non-toxic cleaning products, whether it's they had the first soy protein isolate, the very first multivitamin, but you know that whatever they come out with, it's going to be safe, it's going to be clean, and it's never going to do any harm to the environment. So this collagen, we knew it took a long time. I know a lot of us have really been anxious for this to come out. And I know that it's also something that, you wonder, is this something I really need to add into maybe what I already take, or how can this improve my health? So there are many different reasons we want to look at why adding collagen. The first thing that I want to kind of get into though is what specifically is collagen? It's actually very interesting that collagen is actually the most abundant naturally occurring protein in your body. It makes up about a third of the protein in our entire body. And it's particularly abundant if you were to look at where is most of our protein at. It's in our skin, our bones, and our connective tissue. And it's very interesting that collagen actually makes up over 75% of our skin. So when we think about that, basically collagen is a protein. And because there's so much of it, it basically holds us together. If you want to understand what collagen is, that is a good way to remember it, is it holds us all together. And it's, again, very complex when you think about how we make collagen. Our body does it naturally on its own. So collagen is something that our body does make, and it makes it by combining amino acids. If you're familiar with essential fatty acids, if you're familiar with combining amino acids, what does all that mean? If you look at your essential fatty acids, those are the ones that we have to get through our diet. So in order for us to produce collagen, so those amino acids are basically the building blocks of collagen. You have to look at as we age, this is where the supplement part clearly comes into place here, is because as we age, after the age of 20, the ability for our body to produce collagen declines. So as soon as you hit your 20s declines, they say by the average age of around 50, you can actually produce up to 50% less collagen on your own. This is why we are finding that supplementing really makes sense. And that is why Shackley took a long time to come out with this product, because they wanted to guarantee 100% that this was going to be the best collagen product on the marketplace. And here's why. This is the number one reason as I'm learning more about collagen and understanding. And again, I've had people for years asking me about it, and I've done some research here and there, but all the research had been up to date in saying that basically you don't need to supplement it because our body makes it on its own. But now we're learning that it starts to decline as we age. And if we look at what makes up the collagen, this is where Shackley's is very different, that it actually has all 9 amino acids to create and make collagen. So those 9 amino acids are linked together. Now, if you look at what happens if we don't have 9, your body can't make that protein. So the collagen on its own is actually only 8 amino acids. But when you add that 9th one in, that is the difference. So if you look at many of the products in the marketplace, they only have 8 8 of those, we need 9. That is why this is called collagen 9. So we understand that there's actually a full spectrum all put together. And if you don't, quite understand, about collagen. So again, we're talking about it holds everything together. So in this specific product, there's actually 10 grams of collagen. But there's also that combination of when we combine, it actually has the collagen, but then there is 1 gram of pea protein added. So that 1 gram of pea protein, it's kind of interesting that has tryptophan in it, that gram is what gives us that full spectrum of the essential amino acids to complete the 9. So again, there's a lot of science. It's very interesting. And then they also throw on top of this your vitamin C and biotin. So it also has 100% of your vitamin C to make sure that we have everything that we need from a full spectrum to make sure that it's giving us the antioxidants and the other things that come with those other 2 components to give us that full picture of why we use collagen. So if we talk about some of the reasons we would want to use collagen, basically think of all the things that happen to us as we age. Okay, so think about stiff joints, think about wrinkles, think about saggy skin. Basically, all those things are the reason we would look at adding collagen on a daily basis because we need it. Can't take it once a week and count it as going to be making a tremendous difference. You have to supplement it daily. So if you look at how that breaks down, again, there's a lot more to it than just saying it's straight collagen. You have to make sure that it's actually synthesized and it actually works in the body together. So if you look at the price point of this, I also always like to highlight this because I know there's a lot of products out there. It's very comparable to everyone that I've talked to. We've been hearing a lot of different types of collagen people have been using, and almost everyone that has showed me theirs or we've compared prices, it's within about 3 cents actually. So it's very comparable. But some of these other things you guys can see on the screen there, we always want to try to stay away from anything genetically modified. So you know that everything that's going into this product is non-GMO. It's also a grass-fed source. It's gluten-free and it's dairy-free. So anybody that tends to have some sensitivities, those are some of the big things that people have sensitivities to. Now, it's also kind of interesting here of understanding where collagen comes from. So there is bovine collagen, and then we have marine collagen. So there's definitely differences in how they work and where they come from. So if we were to look at the different types, there's actually 3 types though. Okay, so you'll see sometimes maybe collagen products promoting that they're type 1 or type 3. So this one actually has the bovine collagens of type 1 and 3. But what makes these different is beyond just the 1, okay, the 3 added in there allows it to be quicker absorbed and digested because it has hydrolyzed peptides. So if you guys ever hear the term collagen peptides, that peptide means that it's done something, and in this case, it's hydrolyzed to make sure it's absorbing well and it's not causing any digestive issues, which a lot of times that can happen when people throw something like this into their diet. Now, if we look at how you can mix this, guys, it's amazing too, because this is unflavored and you can put it in anything you want. I've heard people mixing into, I was actually part of the test group. So, I've tried it in several different ways. I don't drink coffee, but I think that's probably the #1 way I hear people use it is they actually do mix it in their coffee, but you can definitely look at adding it by, your protein shakes. I know that's how I've generally been using it, mixing with life shakes, but people even add into things like guacamole or applesauce or yogurt, but it's very easily mixed because of the fact it doesn't have any flavor to it. So when we can have an unflavored option, that really does make it that much easier for us to be able to fit this in many ways because of the fact that we can add it into things. So again, we mentioned the fact of that pasteurized bovine source and it's grass fed, so we know it's very clean. But then we mentioned also that it has in there the biotin and the vitamin C. And I just want to real quickly touch on those one more time. Remember, vitamin C, guys, if we're trying to get the full properties of helping with hair, skin, and nails, the high antioxidants of vitamin C is perfect for that. And then also the biotin. So with the enzymes, and biotin is probably the #1 thing people, when they're losing their hair, they always, hear, oh, I should add biotin. And that's correct because it does help stimulate that. But oftentimes if biotin is extracted by itself, it doesn't act the same as if it does with a full complex of B vitamins. But in this case, they have found when they paired it with vitamin C and collagen, it does have that same effect in helping with hair. So great for, again, hair loss, stimulating hair growth. I actually had one of our friends that she showed a picture of how she didn't realize she was losing her hair, but since she started on collagen for about a month now, that she can actually see regrowth coming. It was actually looked like frizz that she took a picture. And I was like, that is very interesting of, we're all different in how things affect us, but a lot of those things as we age, we don't necessarily always realize that some of those things are happening. So just also highlight here really fast, something that I do get asked a lot is what is the difference between liquid and powdered sources of collagen right now? There are 0 studies right now. There's none out there on actually saying that liquid forms absorb faster. That is why people are really looking for liquid, because that's what they're being told. But there's honestly 0 research on that. So note that what you're seeing today, that we know that there's actually research validating these claims, and it's not just me telling you, there's actually research that's been done out there to prove it. I also love to highlight, guys, I'm a big on, if you guys follow me on Facebook, any social media, I'm always posting things a lot of times on label reading and understanding your ingredients. If you look at here, you can see your other ingredients. There's that pea protein we mentioned. There's that other amino acid to make this a more digestible, complete source. So there's our full ingredient label right there. Nothing to hide, pretty simple, pretty basic. So again, if we talk about what makes this different, here it is, that combination of putting it all together to get that complete protein. And that's really what we want to be understanding, is how this works together to create that effect in our bodies that we know it is actually working. So if you also broke this down into, how would you fit this into your diet? Again, it's very simple. You add it into something, you can do it any time of day, it doesn't matter. But you'll also want to note, because this is a protein, now, I will never be talking about trends or fads. I do not ever get into those. And I will tell you right now that this is not one of those trends or fads, because it is proven, but it does take a little time, because protein takes time to build. So this is something you're going to have to look at adding and sticking to it for a little while, oftentimes before you're going to see results. Now, I've had people, one of our friends, Kristen, actually said that within a week of her taking it, she calls them loud knees. So her knees always crack and pop when she goes upstairs, when she gets up and down. And she said within a week, it was amazing, because she could not actually hear the cracking and popping anymore. So for some people, it can be very quick, but most of us, it takes a little time for us to find, to get those full benefits. So we talked about what is collagen, why do we need a supplement, why this one is different, and looking today at the market for collagen, guys, it is amazing that this is something that is not going anywhere. Very interesting that this is one of the most sought out supplements right now, and it has been actually for quite a while, but they are projecting that right now, this is a $50 million industry. And by 2027, they're saying this will be a $7 billion industry. So not that it's about money, but I think it goes to show that people are onto something. And that is why a lot of companies are trying to come out with something to, help us get more of what people are looking for, because anytime you can talk about healthy aging, you have a huge market. So aging is something we all want to, improve on, but oftentimes there's a lack of research out there actually supporting a lot of the claims that people want for healthy aging. And in the past, we always have saw collagen in your topical treatments oftentimes, but from an ingested source, this is what we'd love to see. This is a perfect graphic putting all together of what's in here and kind of showcasing this in a big picture of here's the new Collagen 9. So this is what we have. It was just released today, so it is brand new. And just to kind of highlight a few more questions you guys might have, and again, I'm doing my best here to stay within time. Why are we calling this Collagen 9? We explained it. It has all 9 amino acids. That is the big difference. It is a complete protein source. There are 20 servings in each container you saw in the graphic there. There are 10 grams of hydrolyzed collagen. Again, helps with absorption, helps with digestion, having that hydrolyzed option and component to it. The bovine source, it contains the type 1 and 3 types of collagen, has the vitamin C and biotin. We broke down why those are included in there. And yes, guys, you can add it to any liquid. Now, the first time I got it, I will tell you guys, I thought that I could just take it like a shot, and I mixed it in some water, and I did not like use a shaker cup. I just grabbed a spoon. I don't recommend that. It was pretty clumpy, and yeah, it doesn't have any taste, but it was like powder and it did not dissolve very well. So I would definitely recommend like shaker cup. You won't even know what's in there. Or, you know, if you have a little immersion blender, or even putting in a blender, or if you're mixing in food, you won't notice it. But just to, you know, make sure you find the right source for you that makes it easiest for you to get it in there. I also am a huge fan of promoting, guys, that nowadays with your supplements and anything you're buying from the store, supplement wise, over 80% of your ingredients can be coming from China. And we know that with everything Shaklee, they try to keep everything as sourced from the United States as possible. So this particular product is 100% made in the USA. This comes to when you look at pregnant and nursing moms, guys, this really depends on really talking to your doctor about this. I personally would see no harm because it's not herbal. There's nothing that has been contraindicated with any health problems. If you're on any medications, there is no concern of adding this into your diet. But again, you always have to be safe with pregnant and nursing because Shaklee doesn't do clinical studies on pregnant or nursing moms. So we have to include that in our labels, and it's not kosher certified. But again, it does meet all the standards of lactose-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, and non-GMO here. So guys, if you're looking for like kind of pairing this with a great package for, again, some of us that are really focusing on healthy aging, I always love to highlight that this is the perfect thing to combine with, for example, our life shakes, because then you have the full combination of a perfect meal replacement, throwing in your collagen there for that extra added boost. You also have a healthy aging with something like Vivix, which is definitely designed to help with repairing and helping with the restructuring and even getting to, you know, really helping to reverse a lot of what they found with aging. And then youthful beauty. So from a topical standpoint, the youth activating serum also has in there collagen, but it does work at the cellular level. So a great topical option. So again, you're really looking for healthy aging. I love packages and I like things to kind of give you, you know, ideas of what are some options out there that could be beneficial for you. So last but not least here, and then we'll open it up for questions, is just wanted to highlight a big special that was just released today. And I am all about ways that we can help people. And this is the perfect way to get started right now, is actually this power special that they just put out there. Again, just came out today. It's a mega joint offer that if you are someone that's new and you get started with Shaklee right now, you get a free membership, it's a lifetime membership, you get free shipping, and you get actually a $100 product credit towards your order for the next month. That's a huge discount. So if you were looking at getting started on a bigger plan, maybe your supplements, your shakes and collagen, perfect way to throw together a package and get a lot of huge benefits. And if you're someone that thinks, yes, I know a ton of people that I could share collagen with that I know would really benefit, you might want to look at the wellness business as an option, because right now too, there is a whole lot of perks with it for joining this month that they're really highlighting this because we have conference coming. They're going to give you a free registration and lots of other perks to go with helping you get started on your business. So, all right, guys, let's open up for questions really fast. So make sure you unmute yourself. And again, if you even have something to add, maybe I know a couple of you guys have been using collagen. So even if you have something to share, we would love to hear from you guys. So Sarah, I just saw you unmuted. Maybe I'll let you start here.
Mm-hmm. Can you give some clarification on, like, I understand the 9th thing is this pea protein, but what is that doing? And so it's not really an amino acid.
Actually, it would be, yes. And it gives you that 9th amino acid because, as we were saying, collagen is only with 8, but if you don't have all 9, you can't make it on your own, if that makes sense.
So if you don't have all 9 amino acids, your body can't make it.
Correct.
So what amino acid is that pea protein providing?
I don't know which is specific, like if that's I don't remember which specific one that is, Sarah. That's a good question, but I know it has to do something with the protein linked to it, that there's one of those, but I don't remember the exact name for that.
So is it safe to say it just kind of completes the chain so
exactly.
that your body can utilize it?
Yep.
And then the vitamin C helps. Did I hear somewhere too it helps with absorption?
It does. The vitamin C and biotin together. Yep, they found it adding those in there. So, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right, good guys. Anybody else? Any questions or anything to add? Hopefully this was helpful. We stayed like right in our time, so we were good tonight. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording here.